When the flood finally comes, it won't look like the slow-motion disaster movies you grew up watching. There will be no dramatic violin soundtrack, no meteorologist shouting warnings in the background, no giant CGI wall of water rolling across the screen. It starts quieter. Then it gets fast. And when the water rises, it rises with the cold confidence of physics, indifferent, consistent, unstoppable. But here's the truth. People don't die in floods because they can't swim. They die because they don't understand water. Water is weight. Water is speed. Water is pressure, force, leverage, contamination, and hypothermia wrapped inside one element that refuses to negotiate. So if the Great Flood hits, whether caused by a storm surge, a dam failure, a glacial melt, or a once-in-a-lifetime atmospheric river, you'll need more than luck to live through it. You'll need preparation. You'll need strategy. And you'll need to understand exactly how the world behaves when it decides to drown. Let's break it down. 1. Your first enemy is time. Floods move faster than you think. Most people imagine floods like a slow-rising bathtub. That fantasy kills thousands. Real floods behave more like a freight train. Sudden, violent, and accelerating with every pound of water behind them. A foot of water can sweep a grown adult. 2 feet can move a pickup truck like it's a toy. 6 inches can kill you if it traps your legs or knocks you unconscious. In the US, flash floods kill more people annually than hurricanes, tornadoes, or lightning. Not because they're more powerful, because they don't give warnings. When you hear a flood alert, don't wait. Pack. Move. Leave. Your window isn't an hour. It's minutes. 2. Your gear decides your odds. Pack like someone who respects nature. If you live near a coast, a river, a dam, or anywhere with old drainage systems, you need a flood bag. Not a doomsday bunker. Not a Hollywood bug-out kit. Just a small bag that acknowledges you have a body. You need to stay warm, hydrated, and visible, and that water ruins almost everything you love. Here's all you really need. A waterproof flashlight. A metal water bottle, not plastic. A whistle. A compact life vest or buoyancy aid. A multi-tool. A small first aid kit. A battery pack. Waterproof documents, ID, insurance, meds. A bright-colored poncho. Energy bars. Paracord. And most importantly, a dry bag or waterproof case. If you lose your phone during a flood, you lose maps, communication, emergency alerts, navigation, light, the ability to call for rescue. That's a dumb way to die. Keep it dry. 3. High ground is your real home. Everything else is temporary. Flood survival is vertical. Simple rule. Up is life. Down is death. When water rises, don't go to your basement for supplies. Don't go back inside for your laptop. Don't climb down into the garage to save your car. Basements are coffins. Garages are traps. Cars are anchors. Your priorities. Elevation. Distance. Visibility. Stability. If you can get to a roof, do it. If you can get to a hill, even better. If you can get to a massive concrete structure, ideal. Wood floats, but not for long. Metal bends. Cars flip. But reinforced concrete? It stands. 4. Think like an engineer. Understand the physics of water. Here's what kills people during floods. A hydrodynamic force. Water moving at 7 miles per hour hits your body with the force of a sledgehammer. In major floods, water often moves at 15 to 25 miles per hour. You cannot fight it. You go with it or you go under it. B. Debris impact. Floodwater isn't just water. It's a conveyor belt of sharp, heavy, spinning objects. Broken glass. Tree limbs. Furniture. Metal scraps. Concrete chunks. Propane tanks. Cars. One bad hit is all it takes. C. Contamination. Floodwater is basically sewage, oil, chemicals, rust, mold, dead animals. Don't drink it. Don't let wounds touch it. And never, ever swim in it. D. Electrical hazards. Water conducts electricity beautifully. Downed power lines plus floodwater equals invisible death. If you see wires, lights flickering underwater, or hear buzzing, turn around. 5. If you're caught inside a building, your decisions matter more than strength. Flooded buildings behave like sinking ships, but slower. If water is coming in, Stay above the waterline. Move upward. Force doors open early before pressure seals them. Avoid rooms with only one exit. If water is already past your waist, do not hide in a room. Do not stay on the ground floor. Do not climb into attics with no roof access. Thousands died in Hurricane Katrina because they trapped themselves in attics. Best move. Get to the roof and signal for help. Whistle a shouting. Flashlight reflection a waving. Bright clothing a phone screen. Make yourself visible. 6. If water sweeps you away, you still have a chance if you don't panic. The water will be cold, dirty, fast, loud. You must switch to defensive floating. Lean back. Keep your hips up. Feet downstream. Arms out for stability. Why feet first? Because if something hits you, you want it to hit your shoes, not your skull. Search and rescue teams call this the survival float. It saves lives. When you see a chance to grab something stable, a tree, a pole, a corner of a building, go for it. But don't stick your legs between anything. That's how people get pinned and drown. 7. When you escape the water, the danger isn't over. Flood aftermath is a second disaster. A. Hypothermia. Even in warm states like Florida or Texas, you can go hypothermic fast. Wet clothes steel heat 25x faster than air. Dry off. Cover with anything. Blankets, towels, even newspapers. B. Contamination. Any cut, scrape, or open wound exposed to floodwater can get infected. Clean wounds immediately. Use alcohol wipes, bottled water, iodine, whatever you have. C. Structural collapse. After floods, buildings aren't buildings. They're soggy cardboard with electrical veins. Don't go back inside until authorities clear it. D. Gas leaks. Natural gas and water don't mix nicely. If you smell rotten eggs, leave immediately. 8. Long-term survival depends on tech literacy, not brute force. Modern disasters reward people who understand. How to read real-time flood maps. How river gauges work. How storm surges behave. How watershed overflow spreads. How to read LiDAR elevation maps. How to use offline GPS navigation. How to interpret NOAA and USGS data. When the Great Flood hits, the smartest survivors aren't the strongest. They're the ones who understand data. Because the landscape that kills you is predictable, if you know how to read the signs. 9. Prepare like someone who knows the world can fail. If you want a realistic flood survival setup, here's the bare minimum. Store water at higher locations. Keep emergency gear upstairs. Buy a roof escape ladder. Know the elevation of your home. Know your nearest evacuation route. Learn your flood zone rating. Don't rely on government rescue. Never assume it won't happen here. Hurricane Harvey proved that modern American cities, Houston, New Orleans, Miami, aren't built for biblical water. Neither are European cities like Venice, Hamburg, Rotterdam, or Prague. This isn't paranoia. It's pattern recognition. 10. And finally, respect water. It doesn't care who you are. Floods don't negotiate. They don't slow down for children. They don't stop for families. They don't pity the unprepared. But they are survivable. If you act quickly. If you act correctly. And if you understand the rules water obeys, even when the world doesn't. Survival in a flood is ultimately a mindset. Stay higher. Stay lighter. Stay calm. Stay moving. Stay alive. And when the great flood strikes, remember this. Water doesn't decide who lives. Preparation does.